Okay, hello everybody. For a couple of weeks now, I've been saying that unless we saw some serious action on the TRP or some serious movement in fundraising, I was going to have to make a couple of different announcements. Tonight, I'm making the first reluctantly, and let's all hope and pray that I never have to make the second announcement, and hopefully we can get Widlene to safety before we ever get to that point. I want to start off by saying a huge thank you to everyone that's helped the Bring Widlene Home campaign over the last 15 months. Certainly we could not have been where we are today. And where we are today, I understand we're not in Canada with our entire family, but there isn't a politician in this country, and there's very few in the United States that haven't heard of the Bring Widlene Home campaign. They all know who Widlene is. They all know the situation. We couldn't have accomplished that without the help of all of you from across the country and across the United States, sharing, liking, commenting, writing letters to your member of parliament, and just getting out there and talking about this case. We could not have gotten to where we're at today without your help, so a huge thank you for that. When this campaign began in June of 2017, we envisioned working together with the Canadian government, with Prime Minister Trudeau, Immigration Minister Ahmed Hussein, and various members of Parliament to get Widlene to Canada. You'll remember throughout the campaign, our demonstrator signs all said, "Thank you for helping us, thank you." And as the promises came in from our leaders, we were very clear to thank them. We did envision working with the Canadian government to get Widlene to safety. As the campaign progressed over the last 15 months, we encountered numerous milestones that were nothing short of miraculous. We'll all remember the crew up in Kenora, Ontario, confronting Justin Trudeau for the first time, and him clearly recognizing Widlene's name even at that point. In that entire tour, when he traveled Canada, people from all over the country showing up to where he was at and standing there with signs saying, "Thank you for committing to help Widlene Earl. Thank you for helping bring Widlene home." That tour was nothing short of amazing. Then Avery Haynes from City News covering Widlene's story for the first time, and watching that go viral, and then it spun on to CBC and Global and The Sun and The Star and numerous other news outlets. That was last fall, and the media frenzy was incredible. Then, of course, we can't forget when I met with Trudeau in Hamilton. He shook my hand, looked me in the eye, and said, "We're going to get Widlene home." Of course, we all got excited when we saw Trudeau starting to autograph Bring Widlene Home protest signs. And then last February, when the documentary came out, really, truly telling the story of Widlene's situation in Dominican Republic. Then our online petition hitting 60,000 signatures, me meeting with Ahmed Hussein face-to-face, and who can forget National Red Tape Day, when hundreds of people delivered rolls of red tape to MPs all over the country. We figured if the government's using so much red tape on Widlene's file, we should replenish their supply. I guess it's also pretty significant that on 4 separate occasions, MPs stood in the House of Commons and pled Widlene's case in front of all of Parliament. This has been 15 long months of fighting and advocating and sharing information about Widlene's case. Those 15 months have not come without their costs. We've shared some of the financial costs with you, and they haven't even been the greatest. Think about the emotional turmoil on a 13-year-old girl who's been told by the leaders of a country that she can come there, that she's welcome, that everybody's welcome, and that still she's stuck. She's still living in fear. She's still hiding. The stress of this situation has really taken its toll on our family, from the miscarriage that Nikki encountered last summer to the multiple surgeries that I've had to have in the last few months. Mentally, emotionally, and physically, this has drained us right to the bottom. On top of all that, imagine the separation that we're experiencing right now. I'm living part-time in Dominican Republic, being with Widlene. Nikki is 6 months pregnant in Canada, under doctor's orders to by no means ever step foot in Dominican Republic while she's pregnant. Widlene is dealing with the fact that she's about to have a sibling, and she wants to be here for that. This family has been torn apart. We're living in different countries. I say all of that to say this. Albert Einstein said that the definition of insanity is to continue to do the same thing expecting different results. We have labored over this decision for months. We talked about this back in May, and we've talked about it almost every day since then. But tonight, I have to announce that this is the official end of the Bring Widlene Home campaign. Now, I want to be clear, that doesn't mean we abandon our fight. That doesn't mean we stop advocating for Widlene. Those of you that have been helping us, we hope and we pray that you'll continue to do so. Keep calling your MP. Keep emailing them. Keep advocating. Keep raising funds. Keep doing what you've been doing. What it does mean is this. We've committed we're going to get Widlene to safety, with or without the help of the Canadian government. I want to be very clear on one point. As you all know, there is an active TRP file open and under review. We're not abandoning that by any means. If our government decides to do the right thing, to do the legal thing, and grant that TRP to Widlene, of course we'll accept it. In the meantime, we cannot wait around for that to happen. We cannot spend more time and more resources running around chasing down extra information and extra documents for that to happen. The stakes are too high. We have to do the right thing now. We have to get Widlene to safety. Once again, I want to say a big thanks to all those that have helped us to this point and will continue to help us. Keep an eye out. I will be posting updates as appropriate or as needed. Thanks again.